Eco-friendly, sustainable, all those are just buzzwords of the industry now. I mean, you're seeing it pop on everything. And we're almost becoming numb to it or desensitized what the word actually means. It's like all natural. Everything says all natural, but yet it's man-made materials going into it. I'm Dave Sweet. Last time we met with the architect and we went over some concepts and ideas for building a house. And there were some terminology talked about during that. So we want to make sure everybody's on the same page with some of these words used and descriptions for that. We'll try to distill it down and make it as easy to understand in layman's terms, but some terms just don't have a lower meaning of. So maybe we could cover some of the things that were expressed there. I think one of the key things is comfort. You know, what are we going to say on comfort? And when we say comfort, we're talking about indoor comfort and the quality of life and the comfortability when it relates to temperature and such inside the home. I've been installing underfloor heating since the 80s, and when we talk comfort, to me, there is no better way to control comfort. To me, the perfect scenario is a warm feet, cool head, and we get that when we have an underfloor heating system during the heating months. And kind of the opposite, if you got cold feet and a warm head, you're very uncomfortable. So we tend to be more comfortable at a lower temperature. But it has a lot to do with surface conditions and other stuff. If you have tile, marble, granite, these are flooring you could definitely benefit by having that warm feel to it instead of cold. You know, another thought is, when you're looking at a house and we want to do it eco-friendly, low environmental impact, we got to think of renewables. How any home now really should take in the fact of some type of renewables, whether it be solar thermal or PV, electric, or wind, or biomass. There's a host of different ways, or you could look to the ground, geothermal. What does your lot have the ability to do? Some of the easiest is solar. If you can orientate the house correctly, we can capture some of that southern sun and gain on our either heating hot water or generating electricity to offset, our usage there. If that doesn't work, well, then there are other ways to do it. Maybe geothermal, doing that, and looking to the ground for energy instead of necessarily to the sky. So a couple of different thoughts you should think about when you're laying out that lot for an eco-friendly home is, what considerations? Am I on the top of the hill? Am I in a valley? Would wind actually work? Some people can do some micro windmills, and with some pretty much prevailing winds have done fairly well on that. So it depends on your location of the lot, characteristics, and what you get by with. Experts are very important to the whole process, that we really should use their resources more often. That's their forte, and that's what they specialize in. In this particular project, we're going to use as many as possible, like even between the land surveyor to document maybe some of the large mature trees, not only where the best place of the house is to do that, and some of the ledge and rock outcroppings and some of the stone walls that we have there, but also to work with solar people. Like we'll do a siting. We're going to bring somebody over there to bring some instruments that could scan the property and the horizon to see the practicality of doing solar before we even clear any trees. So there are ways that we can bring in people. And then getting further down the road, we may bring them in for, the building envelope. Again, the question is, what's the envelope? Well, the wall construction technique. There's many different ways to do that, but we want to create the most energy efficient product out there that we can, being this envelope system, but yet stay within a budget and make it practical. To me, when looking for an architect, the most important aspect is not how big of a job they've done, commercial buildings or other, is the ability to listen, because you got to remember it's your project and you're paying the money to have something developed. So you really want to have an architectural firm that emphasizes on listening to you and giving you your wants, and then we can start expanding upon there and work in the energy efficiency, some of the comfort. But if you're not happy with a floor plan or layout or aesthetics of a building, then all this is kind of wasted time. So the idea is to get somebody that listens to your wants and needs, be able to come up with some conceptual ideas, and then turn that into a finished product. And to me, there's no a person better suited than a licensed architect to be able to do that. An interconnected web of all these professionals is really what we need to do. It's like I say, you're looking at one thing, just your home, but we got to make sure everything works together and is related. Again, through, say, the building department, through the architect, through the land surveyor, all these people have to be in agreement, and it's almost like a spider web. They all bring together to make sure you're in the center of that you're getting what you want, but yet we're meeting the criteria that kind of works with all these departments and divisions. We're always looking for information. This is more of a two-way street on this blog here. It's not me telling you everything. Again, I know some things. We're going to bring in some industry experts, but we're looking to you too for feedback on ideas and concepts that may be applicable to anybody building an eco-friendly house. On our next episode, we're going to talk about the financial aspect of a home, and that encompasses many different things. Are there any incentives involved in building a green home or eco-friendly home? You know, what would be involved in that? It all makes sense to explore all these opportunities. So in our next episode, we're going to try to meet with some industry professionals and see what's out there.